Hey, this is May. Welcome to Always Worshipper, my creative space in TikTok and YouTube. What we do here is channeling the energy, people. I'm a person who works as a channeler and a messenger, and I've been doing this for a long time, for a few years. So I have these creative spaces, mainly in TikTok and YouTube. It's at Always Worshipper. I'm going to leave it over here. You can follow me here or there to check on my reading. Sorry. I've been having some throat chakra blockages this morning, so maybe there's something about it. But going back to the thing I was saying, sorry, it's early in the morning too. You can follow me here or there in TikTok or YouTube. I have an Instagram account as well, but that's just my personal account for now. Eventually, I'll start uploading readings, but here in TikTok, I am uploading readings almost every day. As of today, people, as I'm recording this, we are in the sorry, something's off with my throat. Maybe someone doesn't want me to talk. But as of today, as I'm recording this, we are in the eclipse full moon, March the 3rd. In the early morning, because we have a blood full moon and we're going through the solar and lunar eclipse, okay? For tonight or today, actually, it's really early in the morning. I think you guys are going to watch the sunrise with me, or if not, you maybe the Spanish guys. We're going to use this Egyptian tarot. When there's an eclipse or when there are major events when it comes to astrology, 222, 222 can talk about alchemy, alchemizing your feminine and masculine energy, your light and your shadow side. Remember that all of us have both. We have a more prominent manifestation of energy, feminine or masculine, but we all have both. And also we have light and shadow within us. It's all about, it's all about balance, okay? 222 can talk about cooperation too. Remember that it's important to create a collective environment of cooperation among all of us, with our neighbors, with our friends, with our family, with our coworkers, in all your social contexts. Be there for them, but also to be reciprocal somehow. So when you have an issue, people can help you, okay? 222 can also talk about duality. Sometimes we tend to think in a white-black mindset. If it's yes or no, or black or white, right? But it's important to check on the gray areas every now and then, especially when we have a specific situation. We're dealing with someone, I don't know, negotiation, because your perspective may be different than mine, right? We're going to use 3 tarots. This is an oracle, actually. I'm going to start with the Egyptian gods. Then we're going to move to the, this is a French tarot called Etela. It's really ancient. It's actually the oldest tool I have. Actually, this is the devil energy. Here, number 15 can be significant. Capricorn energy, patterns, karmic patterns, situations, connections, jobs, whatever, that are keeping you stuck at a lower frequency. Do not manifest during an eclipse. If I were you, I would wait until mid-March, to be honest, to manifest. You can journal your emotions. You can rest, don't manifest. But eclipses are a really interesting time to close cycles. So maybe you're going through a cycle that you want to close, a karmic pattern, a karmic connection, a karmic job. And remember that when I say karmic, I don't talk about this like in a negative way. In some cases, yeah, of course. I mean, if there's a toxic connection with someone that needs to conclude because it's toxic, that can be a karmic pattern. I heard this from another reader a while ago that said sometimes we tend to use the word karmic in a negative way, but remember that as an example. There's the concept of divine feminine and divine masculine, right? You are the divine feminine for a divine masculine. But for you to become a divine feminine or a divine masculine, as an example, in your life, you have gone through many karmics. karmic connections, karmic friends, karmic family members, karmic lovers, especially in love, who can help you build this version of yourself, this most authentic divine feminine or divine masculine version of yourself. And for you to find your divine feminine or your divine masculine, you have been the karmic for some other connections too. So try not to use the word karmic in such a negative sense. The hermit, but it's in the reverse. Here's the word traitor. Actually, it reminds me of Traitor by, I think it's Olivia Rodrigo. Maybe someone is going within. Let me turn around the card so you can see it. There's a light. It's all about enlightenment and finding your own answers, finding your truth. Be careful with traitor energies around you, especially if you're going through an ascension process. People who don't have you at their best intentions, people who want to use you, deceive you, lie to you, you know. But with the song I'm channeling, Traitor, maybe there's something about love. But before I continue with this one, because these cards are beautiful. I mean, this deck is everything. Before I continue with this one, let me go and check on this one, because I want to connect at least with 3 deities from the Egyptian pantheon for this evening or for this morning, okay? All right. So let me start with the Egyptian deities oracle. So Spirit, what messages do we need to hear? What deities do we need to connect with? Sekhmet, justice. I love that energy. I said 3, and there are 3. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna take this one too. Bastet. I've been seeing her lately, like a lot. So I'm gonna take her. But let's interpret these messages with the Egyptian deities. I love this deck. I love Egyptian archetypes. Let's go first with this one. Geb, prosperity. God of the earth and all animals. He is usually depicted lying on the ground with plants and fruit on his body, or as a bearded man with a goose on his head. You can see it over here. Geb symbolizes wealth, fertility, and abundance of nature, but it's also its most feared forces. With Geb, you can trust in a slow but constant development, such as the realization of a project or the conclusion of a program. You might experience extremely pleasant, tranquil, and tender emotions full of harmony and moral integrity. I love that message. There's something about nature. We humans tend to underestimate nature, right? We always, in our ego, as a collective, as humanity throughout history, we've always wanted to dominate nature, right? We feel like we're more powerful than nature. But no, I mean, natural disasters can really shake us up, right? Can kill us at some point, can reduce our population. So maybe there's something about nature, like connect to the earth. This is a repeat message. I've been getting this message a lot lately for the collective. Go to a park, go to the mountains, go to a sea or a lake or whatever, a natural space you have nearby to ground yourself. Sit on the grass and breathe fresh air. This can help you to reconnect with yourself, but also, I don't know, if you're dealing with a complicated situation, this can help you to ground yourself. But we can't forget about how fearful or how scary nature can be, But I love the message of prosperity, of wealth. When it comes to money, sure, but remember that abundance also comes from the mind, from not saying all the time, I don't have any money, or having this mindset that is all about money. Remember that money and love are somehow connected. Through the abundance of the heart, you can also find abundance, like financial abundance, right? Some people tend to think, fuck bitches, get money, right? But for many people, there's the lesson of money is not that worthy if there's no love, right? Maybe there's something about it. Number 16, Bastet. I love this goddess. I've been seeing her lately a lot. Passion. Cat-headed female deity or portrayed as a black cat. Sun goddess. She personifies the beneficial heat of the sun. Protectress of the house and cats. Goddess of prosperity and wealth. She represents sensuality and tenderness, charm and generosity, love and passion, desire and pleasure. Maybe you should take a break from your routine and reconnect with nature and with yourself. Live your life with more fullness and passion. It lies within your ability to develop seduction and passion. You could get great satisfaction in any area of your life and experience moments of full joy and satisfaction. I love that energy. Divine feminine archetype when it comes to, the sensual part of the divine feminine or the divine masculine, but in this case, of course, it's more connected with the divine feminine. Remember that passion is not only like when you feel, you know, physical attraction towards someone or when you have like romantic feelings towards someone, right? Passion can be all about your project, all about yourself, your creativity, what you love to do as a hobby or as, a profession. So connect to your own passion, I guess. Connect to what makes you smile, what makes you happy. And if you maybe want to connect to a more, I don't know, sensual, seductive side of yourself, you can work with this goddess too. I love that energy. Number 17, a lot of feminine energy here, by the way. Number 17, justice. Just FYI, this goddess, Sekhmet, can help you if you have anger management issues. If you have a hard time dealing with frustration or when things don't go your way, as an example, you can work with that goddess. Sorry, my throat is experiencing many blockages this morning. So say things, people, say your truth, admit the truth to yourself, write it down, that can help you to release these burdens in your throat chakra. Because normally this doesn't happen to me. It happens to me when I'm reading the cards. As I was saying, Sekhmet, you can channel that goddess if you have anger management issues, okay? Or if you want to sort of work in ways to deal with your frustration. Let me read, by the way. Lioness-headed female goddess with a sun disk on her head. Sekhmet is the divinity of war, epidemics, but also the protectress of forms of healing. She is the expression of duality between disease and healing, chaos and order, water and fire. These two elements from which matter and spirit are obtained. Sekhmet brings order and punishes those who disobey the divine law. You have the opportunity to reconcile the opposite energies. Remember that all the chickens come home to roost. Every person must experience the consequences of their actions, for better or for worse. Every action or thought generates a consequence. Proceed more calmly and patiently. Avoid extremes. Be your own magician. Balance your will and your goals. Be just and be fair. Learn to judge and criticize constructively without hurting others. I love that energy. Everybody faces justice. Been channeling this a lot lately too in the collective. I mean, we're going through some, up situations in society with what's going on with the US and Iran at this moment. But I believe that this involves all of us. Some people say that we are in the brink of a war. And I've been seeing this everywhere. So listen, if you love someone before the world ends, let them know. But I mean, I'm thinking about, there's a song that says sort of like, I mean, that one that says, if the world was ending, I want to be next to you. I think it's Die With a Smile. But I'm thinking about another song in which two people call each other because the world is ending. you know, and it says something like, this wasn't supposed to last, but wouldn't you come over, or something like that. I think I'm gonna leave both names over here if it resonates for someone, so tell them you love them before the world ends. But going back to the justice part, remember that everybody faces justice, for better or worse. This depends on your actions. I mean, and you can't save people from their own karma, but try not to wish karma onto people too, right? Remember that that can be dangerous too, because you're, yeah, wishing karma. Don't wish bad karma onto someone. If they hurt you, just let it be, okay? No, that's pretty much what I have to say about segment. Remember anger management. If you have anger management issues, if you have a hard time dealing with frustration, you can channel that goddess, okay? Anukit, hope. I love that message. Number 22. Any of those numbers can be significant, okay? Ages or dates of birth, part of a phone number, I don't know. If it resonates for someone. Anukit, hope. She is depicted as a woman with a high headdress made of wreaths of ostrich feathers. More rarely, she is represented in the form of a gazelle. Being the goddess of the Nile, she is linked to the floods, which bring nourishment, fertility, and prosperity to the earth. This is where she gets her name, she who surrounds. That is her invasion of the lands that embrace every being to bring fertility and happiness. She represents the generosity that gives rise to life. Trust in the protection of Anuket, who will guide you and bolster your courage, who gives you intensity and hope, even when renunciations and sacrifices arise. Remember that hope is in the heart of the optimist. Keep hope, people. I mean, don't let your hope die in a situation for what's going on in the world, for maybe the negative situations that are going on in your life. Keep hope. Remember that everything comes from the mind, right? If we have a negative or a hopeless mindset, we can't like get our manifestations, right? But more than that, it's like we live on the, I wouldn't say wrong, because there's nothing wrong with being, fatalist every now and then, but try not to live in that mindset, like that hopeless mindset all the time. There's always hope. There's always a solution in a situation, okay? In a bad thing that maybe is going on with you or with society, as I was saying before. But keep your hopes up, like in the best way, right? Try not to be delusional. If deep down you know that, I mean, it's not gonna happen, right? That something is not gonna happen. Just close that karmic thing that is keeping you tied, right? Or move on gracefully. When I saw the word gazelle, she's represented by a gazelle, right? I thought about the word grace. Interesting energies. Let's move on to tarot to see what's up, okay? Good morning, by the way. The sun is rising. I'm gonna check the window to see the eclipse. I can't see the moon anymore. But this morning I woke up really early to check on the moon. Okay, the tower. Here it says water, and discussion. Maybe there's a fight, an argument, or something about communication. Number 3 can be significant. Today is the 333 portal. Well, not 333. 3-3 portal. March the 3rd. The portal of the Empress, I like to call it. Okay. What other messages, Spirit? What do we need to know for the English collective? There's the Queen of Cups. She's in the reverse. The art of this deck is everything. Let me show you. You can see her. The cup is closed and she's staring at the cup. It says blonde woman, take it if it resonates, and woman with position, but it's in the reverse. This may be a feminine energy. We're connecting a lot with feminine energy because most of the gods were feminines or females. I don't know if she's heartbroken or nostalgic about letting go or about moving on or about protecting their heart. She looks sad, you know? She's just like staring at the cup. Maybe she's not looking for love. When it says woman with position, this can be about her own business or her own independence or her, I don't know, something about herself. There's the Queen of Swords, a lot of feminine energy. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water signs. This is air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Hi to all of you, water and air signs, but especially Libras, because I'm a Libra too. Widowhood, malicious woman. I think it was in the upright. I don't know, it's a transition between the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords because she fell on top of the Queen of Cups. She probably is healing or had to heal her heart somehow. And she's raising her sword and looking at the horizon with her sword up, right? This can be the same feminine. She's protective of her heart, nostalgic maybe. She's letting go or she let go. And she's like raising her sword, like after crying and after healing and after, she's saying, you know what? This is judgment. Maybe you're going through judgment. Number 20 can be significant. Maybe you or someone you're thinking about is going through a judgment, moment in their life. Something that can be life changing. Okay. I'm going to take one more so I can move on to tarot. Two more. Well, I took many, as you can see. I will show it to you. So we have two masculine energies and two feminine energies, okay? But I believe, well, this can be different energies actually, or the same, I don't know. In the case of the feminine, I think she's the same energy. But I want to clarify later with the masculine to see if we're talking about two different energies. The masculine energies are the Knight of Cups, arrival. Number 38 can be significant. Dishonesty. But it's in the reverse. Do you see him? Actually, they look really alike. Although she's a queen and he's a knight. They are staring at the cup. His cup is open. This masculine may be open, but the feminine is guarded or closed when it comes to love or talking about feelings or whatever. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This art is so beautiful. The deck is really beautiful. And there's the King of Wands, but it's sideways, okay? So, country gentleman. A good and just man. Remember the justice. Energy. In some part of the text, it's said to be fair and just. This may be a masculine who is really fair. He's fair with himself. He's fair with what's going on outside. But this is sideways. This is fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. This can be two different energies, water and fire. We got these three. Surprise. This is the Two of Wands, a choice. And there's sorrow. As I was saying before, maybe she or both, the masculine can be the case for them too. There's something about being nostalgic. Remember that, as I was saying before, eclipses are good times to close cycles. So maybe there's a sense of sorrow or nostalgia. But there's the word surprise. Maybe someone wants to surprise you. You want to surprise someone. You want to have a romantic gesture or a friendly gesture. There's a Three of Cups. This can talk about celebrations and success. You can see it over there. Well, more than success will be celebrations and expedition. Remember that when you stay in the present, when it comes to your manifestations, this can be expedited, right? Like you don't need to wait as long as you should for them because the universe is seeing that you're being patient and you're believing in divine timing and trusting in, that everything is being worked out as it's supposed to. I love that energy. The Ace of Swords, the truth. It's important to see things as they are, to manifest. Pregnancy can be significant. I've been saying this lately in my in my videos, I have many women around me who are pregnant. So there's something about it. And difficult situation, but this is the truth. The Ace of Swords. Maybe you're about to hear the truth related to something you want to know or something you've been waiting the truth on. So people, let's go deeper on the messages with tarot to see, what's up with your energy. So spirit, please tell the collective what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. What do we need to know? Okay. The High Priestess. It fell on top of prosperity with gap. Number 2 can be significant. February for someone. She is a divine feminine. Remember that divine feminines are intuitive, right? You can't fool or you can't feed BS to a princess, to a feminine like this. The Priestess of the Silver Star. You may be someone who's really hard to read, but also someone really prosperous. It fell on top of prosperity. You can read people's minds, and I mean, not necessarily people's minds. I mean, what I mean is that you're probably a human lie detector. So people can be really proficient at lying to others, but not to you. Cool energy. The Five of Wands, and it fell on top of passion. It fell sideways, just like that, okay? Maybe there's conflict or competition when it comes to passion. Maybe you have many options. Maybe someone you're thinking about does. But be careful with this energy, okay? I mean, like, passion and love shouldn't look like this. When you're truly passionate and when you truly love someone, you are devoted to them. You want to be with them. And there's no sense of competition. Not a sense of competition between you and them, right? Like you're jealous of one another, as an example, or you want to compete to see who's right or who's better. That's not passion. That's just your egos talking to each other. But be careful with third-party situations because the Three of Cups can also talk about that, okay? Third party. True love requires devotion. If someone can't be devoted to you and obsessed with you, like in the best way, not necessarily like in a negative way. What I'm saying is that, honestly, if I have a lover, I want this lover to be obsessed with me. Because when I love, I obsess, but in a positive way. Like, I want to show my love and make them happy. And I want that as well for myself. So be careful with these scenarios of conflict or competition around love or around passion. True love requires devotion, okay? Now, on top of the feminine energy, the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Swords, judgment. Probably this feminine is going through a judgment situation because we saw judgment 2 times actually. So this is a really strong message. A judgment call. Maybe she has a choice to make. We saw the Two of Wands, right? But it's sideways. Maybe this feminine or this, queen, because she's actually a queen. Let me show you. There's the Queen of Swords and there's the Queen of Cups. This feminine is stuck in emotions, or this feminine may not know what to do in a situation, or she's confused about what she should do, right? That's kind of the sense of this energy, of this feminine energy. And we got the Princess of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. This may be another feminine energy. Maybe she has another feminine energy paying attention to her. Princess of the Shining Flame. Yeah, let me clarify because I believe that's another energy. What's that Princess of Wands about? Okay, remember earlier that I was telling you with Trader by Olivia Rodrigo? There's the Hermit in the reverse. So maybe this is someone who's lurking in the shadows. She may be someone she considered a friend or she's considering a friend. Or if this is a masculine, this can be the case for you too, okay? This may be someone you consider a friend, but is not your friend. Someone who is competing with you somehow. Because we also saw the Five of Wands. So if you're thinking about love, as an example, there may be a sense of competition with a third party. Take it if it resonates because this is specific. we got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. She may be running after a knight, or maybe a knight is stuck with this princess. I don't like this energy, to be honest. Let me put it all the way over here. But yeah, I mean, this is specific. So if you're in a third party situation that you know about, or you may not know it necessarily, she may be focused on this night. So they are stuck with each other, or they are committed to each other. But let's ask about these masculines. Okay, before I move on to the masculines part in this reading, there's the Seven of Cups in the reverse, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and it fell on top of sorrow. Someone is sorry, or someone is overthinking too many ideas or too many dreams that didn't come to reality, that they couldn't manifest for some reason, and they are stuck in their options, or they are stuck in the, there's a saying that is be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. I'm channeling an energy, this can be a feminine or a masculine, take it as it resonates, that they were so eager to like explore their options, or to have many options, that they are stuck in these options, and therefore something is missing or something is gone. There's a sense of a missed opportunity. Okay, yeah, the devil energy and the Princess of Pentacles. Listen, if you're a feminine, you may have another feminine who's jealous of you, you know, or even if you're a masculine, this can be a mother figure, this can be a friend, a lover, I don't know. There's a sense of jealousy when it comes to this devil energy, with a feminine energy particularly. Take it if it resonates. Let's ask about these masculines. Okay, let's go with the knight first. Okay, arrival. We got the Knight of Cups twice. This is the Knight of Cups twice, right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Water energy, someone wants to offer you something. They want to show their cup, they want to show love, and they want to arrive. But there's something that needs to be completed for this love to arrive, because we have the Lovers in the reverse and the World card. This is the universe. I love it how it says universe here. There's something that needs to be completed for this love to arrive, or there's something stuck in a karmic cycle, probably, that needs to be released. Use this time of eclipses. Remember that eclipses energy can last for weeks. So even if you're watching this reading after the third, because I have many readings that I'm publishing all the time, and you probably won't see this like in a few days, you can still use the energy of the eclipse to close cycles, or to release certain patterns, karmic patterns, mindsets, habits, connections, jobs, whatever. There's a cycle that is stuck, because maybe there's a choice, or maybe there's, yeah, something that is off. Maybe that's part of this judgment. But in this case, I believe that the feminine is going through the judgment. It's as if the feminine knows what she needs to do, but she's not doing it. She's avoiding it somehow. What about the King of Wands, who is stuck, right? We got Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands. This can talk about blocking our own manifestations. So, actually, self sabotage. This may be a self sabotaging person, or energy, or there's a sense of self sabotage in the environment. Maybe both of you. If you're a feminine and there's a masculine in your energy, or in your past, I don't know, take it as it resonates. There's a sense of self sabotage when it comes to both of you. You sabotage the connection, or you sabotaged the connection in the past up to the point there's no return. And I'm not judging you or them, okay? This is just what I'm channeling. But they want to communicate. The Eight of Wands can talk about communication. Let's close the read with some advice. What's up, Spirit? What do we need to know? The Tower. My God. Um, okay. There's a tower with a sneaky energy. So my advice for you, because we saw the word traitor here, if someone betrayed you, right? If you feel or you felt betrayed by someone, this is a tower that must fall. Okay? You can't be with someone if you don't trust them. And I know it's hard. I mean, here I tend to be really blunt with my messages because that's who I am. I'm really blunt normally. But I know it hurts, but it's impossible to have a connection with someone who betrays you. I'm channeling Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo a lot. So if someone betrayed you or did something to hurt you, let the tower fall. That's my advice. But remember that everybody has free will. Everybody is in their own story. You know what you feel. You know your feelings. You know your story. So take it if it resonates. But I'm channeling betrayal. If there's a sense of betrayal, let it go. Let it go. Let it be. Forgive them. Forgive yourself and move on. That's my advice, okay? Because there's a Three of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, there's something about third party people. This is not me, this is the cards because I saw it twice. Look. Maybe there was third party interference in a situation. This looks karmic. So release 48, 48, 10, 10, completion, complete the cycle. Don't let them play with you. Let it be, let it go. Because from what I see from the cards, remember that this is a general reading, so you need to adapt it to your story and take it as it resonates. But what I see from the cards is a matter of letting go because your King of Cups is coming. We were seeing here the Knight of Cups, and there's the King of Cups, right? After some adjustments, after healing and, going within, working on yourself, you are manifesting or you have manifested a King of Cups. Trust. Remember that I give you a vision over here, but you need to trust in your own intuition, right? Your intuition is like the best tool for you to know what to do in your specific situation because this is a general reading. But if any of my words help you, that's what I'm here for. Don't let other people. Earlier, I was talking about a feminine energy that is envious or that has been jealous or is jealous of you. So that's not your problem. And remember, as an example, if you're a feminine or a masculine, if there's a third party interference in any of your connections, no matter the gender or the energy, because this is just energy, nobody steals nobody from you. That's a choice. Somebody chooses to be unfaithful. Somebody chooses to hurt the other person, to betray them. So stop justifying this behavior. Stop justifying and listen. If there's a sneaky energy around you, let it go. Let it go. Wish them the best for them to be happy because you deserve your happiness too. You deserve your love too. Okay? People, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. At Always Worshipper, you can leave me a like, a comment, a subscription. Thank you so much for your reviews. You can follow me here or in TikTok. And in case that you need a personal reading, you can send me an email and I'll book a reading with you. Okay? See you next time, people. Bye.